Good afternoon. Mike Mildner here, coming to you from E1 Ocala, where we have another exciting rescue to check out today. This one behind me is for Steinbach, Manitoba. She's a Typhoon with a 20-foot extruded aluminum body. Let's get a look at this truck. Taking a look at the cab on this unit, it's a Typhoon, 80-inch extended cab. The department utilized all heavy-duty, high-impact interior in the upper and lower, stainless steel door boards. Taking a look into the crew area on the back of this cab, you can see this is a large, has 10-man seating capacity throughout the vehicle, so we've got a lot of seats back here. Steinbach is a volunteer department, so many times a lot of guys will show up when a call comes in, so this way everybody has a place to ride. In the tail of the cab, we have some lower compartments inside. Moving along into the street side compartments on this truck. The first compartment, you see we have all of our electronic controls for the generator and light tower. You've got a 500-pound capacity bottom rollout tray. You've got the transverse floor extensions here, and then large open transverse areas going through. Into the second compartment, you get a little bit of a surprise. This truck is a wet rescue, utilizing a waterless 500 gallon per minute pump. She has 400 gallons of water on it, hidden in the middle of the truck, as well as a fully equipped pump panel. You have an assortment of Slide Master, upper and lower. Some of them are slide out, tilt down, some of them slide out. Adjustable trays. Into the wheel wells on this truck, you have the large E1 open 3-bottle chambers. You have one bottle in the fill in the rear portion. They opted for the painted wheel wells panels on this truck, give it a nice clean look. Moving along into the rear compartment of the truck, you see we have a speedy dry hopper dispenser with the on-off valve. This routes speedy dry from the rooftop compartments above down to a ground level dispensing chute here. In the rear portion you have a heavy duty partition. You've got an upper adjustable and lower adjustable tray with a few poly bins on here for extra equipment. Lighting on this truck is a mixture of Whelen. There's a few Federal pieces as well as FireTech lighting. Underneath the back of the truck, you have a 3-way hitch receiver for winch operations off both sides and the tail of the vehicle. Panning around to the rear of the truck, you see we have a very safe stairway entry that E1 builds into a lot of our trucks. Each one of these stairways has a compartment. The lower compartment, of course, runs back till you hit the frame rails. In the lower portion. The areas above, this has a little giant ladder in the next compartment up. You have an open storage that's as deep as your rear side compartment in each step above, and one in the upper area. Now all of these standard go in till the end of the last side compartment, but they can be made longer. If you have, for instance, you carry ladders on your truck, and you're going to put ladders into the, say, the top compartment, that one can be much deeper and utilize some of the space at the top of the compartments. Behind the roll-up doors, you can put a tunnel in there. Taking a look at the top of this truck. Of course, you have some very deep, large rooftop compartments. You have a speedy dry hopper. This feeds the hopper line that goes down through the compartment below. They're able to put the speedy dry up here, load it up here, dispense it down in the bottom. On the curb side of the truck, you have a very big open compartment. Of course, you have one of the reels that feeds down into the bottom compartment as well. Now the top middle area of this truck is where the tank is loaded, so is located in the middle. Now this utilizes the area between the two over the wheel well compartments. So you see we have a fill tower here for the tank coming up from below. The department opted to mount a few pry bars and some D-ring pikes up here as well. Taking a look at the front compartments on this truck. Top side, you have one with a divider in here, front to back. Also a very big, deep compartment. Going around to the street side, you have a very large open compartment for gear bags. And then the department didn't need to utilize the entire forward area for dunnage and equipment, so they managed a 5th smaller open compartment here on the driver's side of the truck, and then utilize the remaining space for a dunnage pan for a smart power hydraulic generator on this side. Rotating around to the curb side on this truck, starting with the rear compartment. You can see very large rescue depth compartment. You have a floor mounted pull-out tray, an adjustable above, an adjustable shelf, and then they have one of the cord reels up in the roof that feeds down into the compartment with a set of rollers in the back of the compartment. Of course, into the officer's side here, or curbside, you also have two of the very big 3-bottle storage for SCBA and the wheel wells. You're over the wheel well compartment. They optioned in a pack track tool board here, which gives you pack track on the back wall, and it's adjustable for depth in and out of the compartment, and then you get pack track on both sides to mount equipment on both sides of the board. Into the next curbside compartment. Now you're over the pump in the middle area. So you've got Slide Master slide out tilt down trays, another one here, and then another Slide Master on the floor for heavier equipment. Moving into the front compartment, you have one Slide Master slide out tilt down, another Slide Master on the transverse floor here, and then they have a built-in custom C-Tech tool chest in here. Of course, the other side door for the crew entry. You can see the boys up here in Steinbach, they put all of the windows in the upper cab so they can get a little bit more light up in the cab. Many opt to delete those windows. These guys wanted to keep them all. So moving along to the front of the bumper, we have, of course, the bell the department uses with their infamous beaver on the top. That was a department request as we processed this truck, so we had to locate one of those little guys and put it on there. In your front bumper, we have a raised lid in the middle with a trash line out the front hooked to the pump. And then of course you also have a winch receiver up front here to hook up, and it has power attached to it with a set of stainless toe eyes underneath the bumper. Of course, a Federal Q on the front bumper. LED headlights on this truck. Of course, you see the FireTech, the big 72-inch bar up there that incorporates the marker lights into the bar up top. We want to thank you for visiting today with us here at E1 Ocala on this exciting rescue.